Welcome back to another episode of the League's Adventure series thing. Last time we got enough points to get our tier 7 relic, and we unlocked Overgrown, which is the farming one. You can see I'm getting started doing some farming right now. I'm actually going through doing some diaries, and I need to enter the farming guild. Need 45 farming, only 43. And I figured I'd try Tithe Farm because I've heard through the grapevine that one of the things that Overgrowth has a thing that says your crops never die, and with Tithe Farm that means you don't have to water these, and you don't have to worry about them, so you can just leave them, and we'll see if it happens. Yeah, so they just grow automatically. You don't have to water them. You can just plant them, and then they last forever once they're fully grown. So what you can do is you can just fill up every single row here and just wait for them all to grow, and then come through and get them. And I'm pretty sure Tithe Farm is affected by the minigame point bonus, so it could be kind of crazy how many we get. These are just the tier 1 seeds. There's a league tasks for planting 100 of every single one, and I think this is the only one I have enough levels to do right now anyway. But I certainly will try. We'll see how much XP we get from this, and then I will try and maybe stay for some more. But really what I want to do is I just want to get my farming up, get into the farming guild, and then start getting some allotments planted so we can take advantage of the passive farming. Because it does not seem like it has automatically... I have things planted right now, and it doesn't seem like it's trying to replant those. Or maybe I just don't have the seeds for them. So we might have to, replant everything once just to get the cycle started. So we got the 49 just from planting 100 of them. And also, if you're just hunting for tasks and you don't want the XP, or you're a higher level, you just have to plant 100 seeds. You don't have to harvest them. So you could just come in, plant a bunch, leave, come back, plant again. It probably would take 3 minutes if you needed that task. For us though, okay, let's see, 100 fruit. We deposit them in here. We get 145,000 XP. That'll get us to base level 50s and 58 farming. So I think that's enough to get the next tier of seed as well. I'm curious how many... I don't see the interface for how many points we got. So from one round of that, 100, we got 266 points for doing that. I don't know 100% what all of the tasks are, but I know we'll need some points for grapes eventually, and probably I'm sure there's one for the farming outfit as well. Just had a points like smorgasbord. First of all, we got 210 points for doing our first Winter Todd, because it was Winter Todd kill. Got up to 50 combat achievements done, and that was the last for Corin and Kebo's medium diary, so that was all 210 for that. Then I got a farming contract because my auto-planted herb just got. And then also finally got the Evil Bob random event. I've gotten the Prison Pete one 4 times already this league. Finally got the Escape Rune one, so a lot of points. Okay, I've got quite a few XP lamps here. Most of these are from achievement diaries, but these 2 blue ones here are from doing you can claim them if you pick Corrend. I think it's a reward for Kingdom Divided and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put some into herb lore. I'd like to get to 66 herb lore. All right, let's try one of the diary lamps into there is next. I don't want to try and go too much past that. If we get 66 herb lore, then that's all we need for the Fremennik hard diary. So we should now be able to just go ahead and do this, and that should be Fremennik hard, and then that's the last task in the Fremennik hard, so we can just run right down here and get that. And then the rest of these I'm going to put into fletching, I think, just because there's a lot of league tasks behind that, and I don't have tons of resources right now. I mainly just want them for weapons I can access, for me to use right now for PVM. So it's just a nice way to get an early boost. Early, he says, just getting tier 7 relic. But yeah, there we go. 73 fletching now. We can craft RCB, a couple other things. We're very close to being able to craft the sunlight crossbow. In fact, we might even be able to do that for once we get the one for this. So we can do that, put it into fletching. Is that going to get us set for 74? 75 fletching, in fact. So there. Nice levels, 1735 on the account now. We were under 1700 when this episode started, making some nice gains. And of course you can see the farming level just kind of gradually going up here and there. It's really nice. You just see those levels pop in every now and then. So I have been mining pure essence, anytime I need to go AFK, step away for the keyboard or something since the league started. I'm at 33,000. I'm going to withdraw 10,000 and I'm going to see how much XP we get. I'm going to do a little test with that too, because since we have equilibrium, technically it would be better. The most efficient thing to do would be to only do one pure essence at a time. I'm going to try, first I'm going to do a couple thousand just trying like normally how much we get for, you know, all a full inventory. Then I'll maybe try like 10 at a time or something like that and see what the XP difference is. All right, so not a super conclusive test, or not conclusive, sorry, but not a super intensive test, but I did 2,000 each. I did full inventory at a time, so like 25 this would have been, and then I did 12 at a time, and it was 295k versus 307k, so just barely 10k more per every, so it's like 5k more for every 1,000 pure essence you use, pretty much. Obviously that would add up at some point, but even let me try and do some quick math here. My brain isn't quick enough for this quick math, but I think generally, like, probably because I'm gonna have such an easy access to pure essence, like if I ever get bored I can leave it for like a day, and probably even if I'm doing it the lazy way, like I'll probably have enough if I wanted to go for like 50 mil or something like that to do that. So I'll probably just continue to do a full inventory and take the small inefficiency there, because I just gonna be able to have so much pure essence. I'm farming wave 1 to get some sunlight splinters, and I just got a brimstone key from one of the Fremnik warband guys. I heard there was a bug where if you have Slayer Master, the Slayer Helm bonus is applying to every monster. I know people there's a meme everyone's wearing their Slayer Helm for TOB and stuff like that. So I wonder if it's the same thing with getting Brimstone keys, where I would assume it's like a monster would have to have a key on its drop table to be able to drop it, but maybe it's like based on its level, like a thing with like Laren's key too, where it's like every monster has the potential to drop one, like scaling based on its combat level or something like that. Because I'd be surprised that like just a Fremnik warband could. I mean, as far as you can get a drop from any monster in the Coliseum. Finally got a Hespori seed, which means we can actually go and fight Hespori and maybe unlock the Echo Orb. I have no idea how rare the Echo Orbs are, especially for Hespori, which is already a sporadic boss. I would think it would be even like earlier, that you could even earlier. It would not be a very high drop rate, but we'll see. I decided to check out the underwater agility that people had always been talking about. It's supposed to be really good at dodgy deals, because normally you think you fail searching a lot. It's still, with the random currents and stuff and not having flippers, it's still a little too annoying for me. I did a little bit. I looked it up. I'm pretty sure there's not a challenge for buying the Merfolk Trident, but I can get it now if I want to, for whatever reason, do drift net fishing. It's a pretty good way to get fossils, though. You can see I just deposited. Most of these have come from just doing this, so that's pretty good. The real thing is the training for, you can turn all of these in and you can get agility XP. So I can exchange one. Is that really how much I get for one? Bruh, so I can just sit here and go like this? Oh, wow. And just get all this agility XP. Okay, I had heard it was really good. And of course, we're getting even more with what do you call it? Equilibrium. So, although I think, hang on, let me try. So if I do one here, we get 2540. I think it's supposed to be better to, okay, the wiki said it's better to train both rather than one, but I don't, that must be some weird main game, or like if you're not 99 for both skills, because it's clearly just better for agility. Oh, I died. I guess I just died because I ran out of air or something like that. So that was a little annoying. I don't know why there wasn't an air bubble right there for when you're trading in, but whatever. At least you don't like lose anything. Hell, it took 10 of your mermaid tears, so I still have enough to buy the trident if I want to. But yeah, we got to 80 agility from we were at a little over 70, I think. So that was really good for agility. Definitely a great method. And now that was perfect, because I needed to get that so that I could do the Relica course, because there's a couple league tasks for doing that. Meant to do this earlier as soon as I got the highest leagues multiplier, but if we go and trade Jackie, we can get our agility XP for agility arena tickets, and then I guess so. I guess you can't buy 100 anymore. I guess maybe 50 is the most you can buy at one time. Also, I probably should have got. Oh no, it's weird. I was gonna say I should have gotten multiple, but also it's they already multiply it by how many you turn in extra. So I'm just gonna take 50. I don't care that much. Might have been inefficient. I didn't care enough to look that up. We still got a good chunk of XP, up to 84 from that. Finally went ahead and got my runate limbs. I had been killing a deranged archaeologist for it, but then I got all the combat tasks it was for him and hadn't gotten it yet. So I was like, oh, might as well go to Steel Dragons. And I got that within like 10 kills. So it's about time we got, I want to say, arranged upgrades. I'm sure DPS wise, like a lot of times rune knives will still be better. But for bosses where we have to like move around, how do you get sinew? I was trying to remember that. For bosses where you have to move around, and I really want to go to Muspa right now. I think this is going to be better. And also, I've heard, haven't tested it, haven't seen much about it, but I feel like I've heard, oh, you just cook sinew. I feel like I've heard that with the tier 6 ranged relic, that you hit ruby bolts every single time. So like that's really, really good for high health stuff, just like most bosses. So I want to try that. We don't quite have the fletching level that we need, I don't think, for Addy bolts. Although actually maybe we do. Okay, we do have the level for the fletching. Do we have the smithing to make Addy bolts? We might have to train smithing a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit of smithing training. We got that banked. And there's also 160 points. Making a rune crossbow and then equipping it. That's 80 points each. Getting some food together, and we got 60 cooking just from cooking all the raw stuff I had in my my inventory, or my bank. So it's the same thing. Also, we're getting ready for DKs. Did I say Muspa? Because I definitely meant DKs. I'm sure eventually I will be glad that they did the increased spawn times, but I think for where I'm at right now, it's actually hurting me. It's not like, there definitely would be some downtime if it had its normal amount of time between each kill, but right now it's definitely just you don't really ever get a point where there's only one there. There's almost always two, at least for me, so it's fine. Anyway, I wanted a dragon axe. That was the main reason I was coming here for right now. I'd still like to wait until I get the Fremen diary, just so I can get these dragon bones noted when they drop. Just a little less clutter in my inventory. You see, we did already get an archer's ring though, so that's something nice. And then maybe we'll get a dragon spear too, which I think must just be from the rare drop table. So not too terrible for a first real trip here. Well, I got my first Hespori kill. Very, very easy, obviously. And we got the Karen Echo Orb on the first kill. I don't know if that's guaranteed or not, or if we just got lucky. But that's pretty cool. Oh, I should make sure I go ahead and just replant. It didn't automatically replant my Hespori seed, but it does. There's a chance to save it, so that's pretty cool. Although I didn't save it there. It does still take. It's not 5 minutes though. I think it's still sped up from the normal, like almost a day it takes a spore to grow or whatever it is in the main game. So it looks like you just try and walk into the cave when you have the echo item in your inventory, and that like gives you the option to fight it. So we'll try it. We'll see what happens. I'm not super confident in my abilities, but hey, we'll see. Okay, it's attacking right off the bat. Oh, we just got 99 hit points, so I'm glad I was recording for that. Oh, we need to run over here. Oh boy, okay, yeah, that was definitely a little bit more intense than I thought it would be. Do you still get farming XP for clearing this, or do you just get a kill? Okay, no farming XP, just get a kill, but we got a mastery point for that, and only a hard task for killing a unique echo boss, so we got that. We did not get, I did see on the wiki when I was checking to see how to use the thing that it's a 1 in 15 for, you do always get the echo orb whenever you kill Hespori, the normal one, but it's a 1 in 15 for the echo boss to get the special gun salamander thing. So first echo boss down, and then I actually want to think a little bit, so we'll be able to get potentially this and then 3 more, so we could get to tier 4 of any of these. Let me have a look through. I was pretty sure I'm gonna go melee. Let me just make sure I don't want to go mage for some reason. Okay, I thought for 1 second, and it's really a no-brainer going for melee for us, because we are already, like you see, we're taking advantage of the don't need range accuracy, so we can just be in range gear very often. You know, it's just, that's what makes sense. So, and we'll be able to, so that first one got us 25% chance to roll twice, and you don't do damage twice, but it's just you roll twice, and then whichever would have been the higher hit, it gives you that for the hit. And then the max we'll be able to get a 10% chance for the echoes. Then we'll be able to get an 80% chance or 80% attack speed, or round it down to 80%. You know, I think that's worded strangely, at least for my brain to understand. And then if we can do, we'll have to either beat Zuck or beat Echo Soul. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get Echo DKs down, not about the other two. But if we can do all of them, then we can get the 5% chance to heal damage with melee. But I think healing with range will always be the preferred option. So won't be too upset if we don't make it to all 10 masteries. I'm going to start recording now. I should be coming close to 100 Turoths killed total, and I don't think I've ever caught that. You're like, one of the perks of Slayer Masters, every time you kill your first 100th kill of a certain Slayer monster, you're supposed to get a big XP drop, and I swear I've never seen it, even though I know for a fact I've gone past 100. I know it was like, okay, there it is, 141. Yeah, there we go. You gain 139,000 bonus Slayer XP. I've literally never seen that before, even though I'd done it before. Early prior to this, and I know it was bugged early in the league, but I feel like I got patched in like day 1 or 2. This has kind of just been like an aimless last couple of hours before I get ready for bed. I got my construction up, starting to build some stuff in the house. I've got the first tier jewelry box, trying to get a portal nexus. I've got 3 of the 4 marble blocks I need, but I've only got 246k to my name. That's it. So I'm trying to think of ways to do money. I thought maybe clues for alchables, even though I don't think mediums are going to have any. Honestly, I'm kind of just, Path of Exile 2 comes out, and like, I'm about to go to sleep, and it's going to be out when I wake up, barring any server problems. So I'm kind of just waiting for stuff to AFK in that time. There's an achievement for wielding a protest banner. Is that this? Okay, no, that must be something you can get from, I think it's part of the Kingdom Divided quest. You might be able to get it from somewhere else there. We've gotten surprisingly few. I think we only got like 1 or 2 pages from the 75 easy clues we did. I was pretty surprised by that, because I know there is a challenge for fully equipping a god book. So other than that, I don't think there's many things we're going to get from this other than just, you know, clue scroll slots and things like that. Oh, well, I don't know if there's a task for wearing holy sandals. Okay, that was disappointing. I'm preparing myself for even more disappointment, because we did get the Drake's Tooth earlier when I was training that. So if we do this, are you sure you want to do these? Proceed with the alchemical transmutation. Devout boots, please. Oh, okay, that's not a task for either of them. I guess I get it. Those still look really freaking cool. I guess honestly, those probably are our best in slot boots. They are our best in slot boots, because before we were wearing D'hide boots whenever I would need prayer, and this was only +1 prayer, and this gives us 4 to, this gives us +5 prayer. So that's actually, it's a good item to get still. It'll be useful, but it is a little disappointing. Been doing some Muspa. I just got the 20kc, which was the drop rate for the Venator bow pieces. Didn't get it, but we did get a combat task, and then also got us enough for all the medium tier of combat achievements, which is 200 league points. Good morning, gamers. I'm getting ready for another trip to Muspa. I was doing some before I went to bed last night, and we got the Ancient Scepter, which equipping that should be a task at 80 points. And then I also went ahead and got the Gilded Altar in my house, which is, I spent all my money for that and alchemy most of my big drops, but we got it. That was 80 points for that. We have Prayer Restoration in our house. We can build the Restoration Pool. I need soul runes still. I guess I could get my rune crafting up to do that, but I don't want to. And yeah, I just want to do more moose, but that's what I want to do. We're at like 27 kills, and we still haven't gotten a shard, which is 1 in 20. Or I think it should be. I'll put a stupid face on the screen if I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's boosted. So we are a little dry, but hopefully we can get some luck here pretty soon. Oh my gosh, we're almost double the drop rate, and we haven't gotten a single Venator shard yet, but I've been working on the combat tasks, and I just got what I think is the hardest one. There's one where you have to kill him without running. Pretty easy to do that. You have to kill him without taking unavoidable damage, which is only hard because you can't just pray melee on the melee phase. You have to, like, it's a weird mechanic where as long as you were 1 tile away, when he instigates his attack, you won't take damage from melee. So you're gonna do like a step back, walk back method. It's easy enough once you know it. And then there's one where you have to have him be surrounded by spikes at the end, which is easy enough. You just have to waste time if you get a good spot and just walk around, because he'll build spikes at the end in the last phase. But there's a last one, Muspa Manipulator, for doing all 3 in one, which can be hard sometimes, because like you can just be in a terrible spot for the crazy the cum phase, like Akka's version, for that. And if you're not by the safe spot, it can be rough, and spikes and stuff. But I finally got it. That's 6 points. So now, as soon as we get 50 kills, we'll have the Muspa combat achievements, which I think that better be a task. At the very least, it'll be just general combat task points for the league tasks for doing those. Another Muspa task: obtain a frozen cache from a frozen cache. Can we do it again? No, but rune plate legs I'll take. And that got us enough points to 20,000 points total, which is mithril rank. Alright, KC number 50. Are we gonna get some points for this? 50 Muspa. And then, yeah, Elite Task, Muspa Combat Achievements. That was 200 points for doing all of that. Awesome, awesome. Also 50 KC, still no Venator shard. Holy shit, my mic's away, but we gotta try. Lucky Impling barehanding. Oh, yes! Yes! What did we get? An Imp Mask? We already had that. I don't even care. I think this should be a 200 point task right here. Not for the rune specifically, but because that is the Elite Fremnik Diary. I'm about to actually go AFK at Basilisk Knights for a second, and my best teleport to Fremnik is just using this teleport right here. I had my POH there for a while, but it's not there right now, and I didn't want the hassle of teleporting it there, but I think that the Fremi boots will just be, it's already a more convenient teleport than the house anyway, so I think it'll be a good thing to have. I mean, we got the Basilisk Knights, and then we'll have the Vorkath grind. The boots will be good for too. I was just getting ready to maybe call it here, and there it is, Basilisk Jaw. It wasn't too terrible. We went a little over rate, but not crazy. Let me check the loot tracker. 158 kills. We also got a long bone and a Basilisk head on like our 3rd kill. So it can't complain. And we got over 100, so we got the Slayer XP bonus. Got a couple. We got 6. Not uniques, what are they called? Superiors, which will be good for I think there's like a 50 or maybe even up to 75 superiors. What's the highest one for that? 100 superior encounters. So yeah, we definitely are gonna want those. Also, if you were curious, that's 200 points for equipping the Nezi, and you get 80 points for killing your first Basilisk Knight too. I extended my last AFK session by a little bit for 99 mining, almost entirely from Pure Essence, and we know that because over half of our XP has come from Equilibrium. Absolutely insane. This is such a good method. Needed to AFK, so I'm just trying to get my strength and attack up here at Sand Crabs. There's probably better options out there, but I wanted something. There's a chance for totem pieces, ancient shards here too, so always like that. But anyway, we just got 2k total on the account, 200 points. I'm also getting 1,500 points away from the next relic. I'm going to try and make a push for that here kind of soon. You can see system update day. I don't know why I always seem to do things around system updates. I don't want to say it was like 2 weeks in a row. It's not always. But there's a base 70s. I was hoping that would be the last task I needed to get to tier 8, but we already did. I did that before. I was just I had to log out because I was making some breakfast, but I was doing a bunch of cooking, crafting, and stuff like that. Various tasks to get me there. So now we can officially unlock the last relic. There's no passive for it, so it's literally just the abilities. If you don't know somehow still, I'm a little late to this. Specialist is special attack 1. Makes all special attacks cost 20%. They have the 100% accuracy. You get energy back if you miss with a spec. You can restore a spec when you kill. It's just the spec 1. Guardian spawns a little NPC. It's basically like a strong thrall you always have. Min hit 5, max hit 13, 4 attack speed, 4,500 accuracy. No idea what that means in the grand scheme of things. And then Last Stand is the one where when you die, instead of dying, you go to 1 HP. And then your stats get boosted to 255 and then drain back down to their base level plus 15. And then for the next 16 ticks, you basically take no damage. And then all the damage you do You heal back after that, and you can only do this every 3 minutes. I was originally going to take Last Stand, then I was thinking that Guardian, even though it's super, super boring, and I took it last league, so I know firsthand, I was going to think that Guardian's probably the better pick for me, because I don't think I have any specialists. Honestly, I definitely don't regret taking Banker's Note. I really wish. I love what they did with this league. Like I think this is probably the best league for tasks or for relics and stuff like that. I wish they had, like I mentioned, that the tier 7 felt pretty weak with relics, Pocket Kingdom Grimoire Overgrown. Like I wish they had either in the future they add another tier or mix it up a little better. That the mastery system for combat was already a good step. I just like it's frustrating. I get that there's like choices matter, but it's like Banker's Note and Last Recall. I feel like last year they've that we acknowledge that Last Recall is important. Everyone likes having it, and then they took that away, and I think it was too much. Maybe if there's some way to make it so you don't get the stuff back. I don't know. I get that there are choices. I just wish we could all have fun, and doing Last Recall with specs seems like a lot of fun, but I didn't take Last Recall. I don't have the best locations or weapons for specs, so I'm not unfortunately, but I don't feel like I'm super strong in my choice, but I am going to go ahead and take Last Stand. Guardian, I still feel like might be a little bit of it better. You definitely have to intentionally die a lot with Last Stand, but I'm going to try and do that. It'll at least be something different than what I took last year. And if I end up not liking it, then I'll just take Guardian. Or next year I'll probably try and do spec stuff and make that a priority. But yeah, Last Stand, tier 8. We are all done with relics now. It is just on to doing points. We are already at Mithril Cup, I think. Yeah, Adamant's 30k points. So almost halfway to Dragon Cup. But for now, it's just adventuring. I'm probably going to go back to Muspa. I want to, oh god. I have 80 Muspa KC and still have not gotten a Venator shard. It's at the point now where I'm 4 times dry that I think it's bugged, although I know it's not, it's just RNG. I've seen some people, make posts saying similar things. I do have confidence. A lot of people said hey, I didn't see my first one until 60, and then I ended up finishing it by 115. So hopefully that will happen for us. Maybe Last Stand will make that a little nicer. You never know, because I really, really, really would like to get a Venator bow. And it's getting to the point where I'm liking Muspa. It's a fine boss. I enjoy it, but it's at the point now where if I'm going this dry, I'd rather just be grinding it on the UIM, This is a temporary game mode at the end of the day, so hopefully our luck turns around here pretty soon. I'm just editing the rest of this video, and I think I've said that 3 times at the certain points throughout the video. 95 KC, this is where our luck changes. First Venator shard. Let's just get 4, let's not even get to 100 KC, let's just get 4 more right in a row and then we'll be done. 98, here comes a river, here comes a river. It's number 3 at 112. I do want to share my observations from doing Last Stand at Muspa. It's not terribly useful here. Maybe if I brought daggers, I could use it for a little bit extra damage in phases, but Muspa has some phase changes where you can't do tons of damage, especially the if you save it for the end for the smite phase, it doesn't you still have to smite it, so it's not just insane damage. So basically I've just been using it for during the crazy this phase, right? Oh no, this is already changing right now. I'm further in the fight than I thought. But during the orb phase it has, I will usually just I won't try and dodge the attack. Most of the time I'll try and dodge a little bit and still attack, and if I have my Last Stand up, then I'll just stay still and not worry about that. And if you die there, then you can just I never have any trouble healing to full just from doing normal attacks. So not the best place to use it at, but there are some uses for sure. 124 for 4. I'm eating peanut butter, so I can't move my mic. Oh, and hey, we asked for the luck to turn around, and it did indeed. That's 5 Venator shards. I think is that 5 shards and 30 KC? I think it was 96, our first one. I think it might have been. But yeah, I am so happy about that. We finally got an up. So do we just combine right here? I've never seen this before. Process is non-reversible. Yeah, so then we wield it. Okay, you must have to charge it to wield it. How many charges? Let's just max charge. We probably don't need max charges. I'm just gonna do like 20k for right now. Okay, yeah. And there's the 200 point task for equipping the Venator bow. So yeah, 126 KC, having not gotten our first shard until 96 or the 90s, somewhere around there. Feels really, really freaking good. I'm gonna actually head back in for a bit. There's a task for 150 KC and 300 KC in Mispa. Unfortunately, the 300 KC one is 200 points, but the 150 is only 80 points. So I don't know if it's going to be worth it especially now that we have the drops we need, and we've got all the combat tasks and stuff like that. It'll be tough to make it worthwhile to go to 300, but hey, it's only like what, 24 more kills for 80 points. I'll take that. We'll need, I think it's 150 essence to imbue to make the saturated heart, the imbued heart upgrade. We don't have that yet, but I assume we're gonna get that, having the Slayer Master relic. Like, that would be pretty crazy if we don't end up getting that. I am loving the Venator bow so far. It's really, really good for Slayer. It's pretty much everything I was hoping for. If you don't really know, here, also I like it. These sounds are a little too much. Maybe because in normal game without the fast firing speed, it wouldn't be as bad. But if you don't know how it works, what happens is it shoots once and then it bounces. You can see it kind of bounce there. It can bounce to one target, and then that other bounce can also bounce to another target. So you can hit 3 targets in total. It can also bounce back to your original target. So even if there are only 2 enemies, they can still bounce. You can get the full effect from it. And there is a damage. I think it does 1/3 of the max hit every time. So like the second one is 2/3 of your max hit, and the last one will only be 1/3 of your max hit, something like that. It's good though. It's really, really fun. It's great for like bursting tasks like this one, because it can hit ones that aren't aggroed to you and like add them to the pile and stuff. Obviously I probably could be doing this a little more efficiently with positioning and stuff like that, but it isn't like you don't want to I guess you could stack them, but like I said, with chins you can only hit max 3 at one time, so it's not the same as like if you were chinning and you could hit like the entire stack. So it's just a nice way to keep aggro and be a little more efficient with Slayer and stuff. Oh my gosh, this video is too long. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm just having too much fun. I'm recording too many clips and letting time get away from myself. I need to be breaking these up into episodes better. This is in the future after I've already done some stuff, but next time, planning on doing some herb lore, getting some skills up, and definitely using this Venator bow. I love this thing. Venator bow, I'm sorry. I don't think I have the clip where I correct myself yet. Look forward to that next time. It's just so much fun. But again, thank you so much for watching. I'm having such a good time. I hope you guys are too, and hope I'll see you in the next one.